Welcome, everyone. We are GFBS, Grand Forks Best Source. I'm Dale Coulis, filling in for the vacationing John Roberts. You're tuning in to the Home of Economy podcast. It's a special getting ready for fall and winter edition of the show. And today we have on Wade Pearson. He is in the studio to let us know all about the fall and winter products available and all the latest specials happening at Home of Economy. Welcome back, Wade. How are we today?
Hey, I'm doing really good, Dale. How about yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. It's well, I did the little morning update here and kind of had the forecast today. It looks like we may be anticipating our first snow. It's 40% chance, a rain and snow blend depending on how the temperatures stay in the night. And so I know we're usually talking to people around town. You hear the first snow of the year. It's like, get time to get ready for it. But I guess for everyone at Home Economy, for all you guys there, it's perfect time to get stocked up in all the winter gear, shovels, and all ice salt, all that fun stuff, right?
Yeah, and the boots and the clothing right now, and the sweatshirts are, those are kind of a all-day thing, and be ready with the outerwear and whatnot. So, we're really, we're always like winters definitely in our target zone. So, most important season for us. So everybody's dreading winter, and we're like, oh, please, the bank be really happy if we get an early winter.
Yep. Now, I know it's been a couple months since we last had you on. It's how the summer wrap up for you guys now that we're kind of now getting colder, getting ready for all good to go for the fall winter season there?
It's been a really good year. I mean, overall that we're, since March, which we had some weather issues or, like too good of weather, but we've been really finally got back into the recovery, back to the 2019, which we're using as a baseline. So things have been really going good. We had a really good summer, and we're looking forward to having a real good winter.
Yeah, it's hopefully, I know a couple of years ago we had that too good to be true winter where where it was, I think we only had just a handful of days of snow and all that, but
and those are the ones we hate.
You're
like, when's it gonna?
Not as much winter gear and accessories moving, I imagine. But I know Mother Nature made up for it the last winter there.
Oh yeah, that was a tough one. So yeah, it always comes, and North Dakota's funny because like the Carhartt guys and their insulated gear, like down in South Dakota, if it's cold winter, they sell it. Up here in but if it's a warm winter, they can't sell it at all. It just they carry it over, so they don't order much. We order the whole year's supply because if it's a cold winter, obviously we're going to sell it. If it's a warm winter, people are out more, and it's still cold.
And I love that you guys are always stocked up with those Carhartt and Dickies, like winter coats and stuff like that. I that's what I got my last one a couple years ago. I got a nice Dickies winter coat there, and that's my go-to one. I'm probably due to upgrade. I got to come in and upgrade. It's been a couple years since I got my last one. So, but I guess kind of big in the news lately has been the supply chain issues. Kind of curious on how that's been affecting you guys. I think it's been stocking up, being pretty well prepared for it there.
Well, even through early this year, it was a real problem. But over the summer, everything seemed to have got caught up, and we're just, right now we're overstocked because you're ordering more earlier to get it to have it to sell, and everybody was, and so we're better stocked overall in the bigger picture everywhere. Our clothing department is just full. They're buying more racks so they can go higher in 2-tier stuff. We don't like that because we like people to be able to see over the racks. It's kind of, but you have to be able to display it. And so we're doing that. Ammunition has been a big one over the years, and we're in real good shape there. There's a few things that are still kind of tough to get, or a few of the calibers, but overall we're really good on that. The last one was motor oil, and we've been just ordering particular like the Delvac brand, which is huge for us. And now, we getting a couple pallets when we order a truckload. Well, finally got a full truckload here, so that's full. So
back to stock on that.
Yeah, so it's there's still some problems out there. There's no doubt, but it's for the most part it's over, and we're looking forward to a really good fourth quarter now because last year there was a lot of stuff we couldn't get. People didn't buy. Well, so they made do with what they had, kind of like your coat. Mm-hmm. If you couldn't get it, well, you'll get another year out of it.
Oh yeah,
and
those.
Well, this year they're gonna, I mean, definitely all the more buy, but we're stocked up. So
That's good. It's good to hear that you guys had all the X's and O's all checked up
Yep.
and all good to go there for that. Now, I guess the other big news is you always see it around town is you hear places just kind of short on help and all that around. Just kind of, but I know I kind of noticed there too. But for your staffing at Home Economy, you guys have a fantastic retention rate there.
yeah, we would love to be able to hire a few more people, but the people we have are really good. We're really glad to have them, and so we have a good crew. You know, we worry about them. Maybe they're doing too much, and we'd like to fill in and whatnot there, and hire some more cashiers. And particularly, that's always I hate having lines, and so then we're having managers come back and run the cash registers because we don't want people in lines. Well, then the managers aren't getting their work done, and that makes their job bad. So.
You could have like a big old domino effect, like
Yeah.
one can affect the other, and things could just tangle from there. But
Yeah, so we really want them to, but we're really lucky to have the good people that we do have, and
now that's always good to see to have always great help on hand. Now you mentioned there are some positions open for at Home Economy.
yeah, definitely the cashiers, and then we do have a kind of a management level position, and or it's a really good job. It's associate category manager, so you're kind of learning how to buy product for the company, forecasting, working on the computer. It's not for everybody, and we do have a couple in-house candidates, and that's one example of why we're a good place to work for. But because we always look in-house before we'd prefer to hire in-house, and there's a good reason for that because you know what you're going to get.
It's a great way people can work their way up.
Yeah, I mean we've had many people move into kind of the top tier, which is like category manager, really run things, and the store management as well. And we've had many people that just started out as part-time college kid or something like that and work up. And we love that because, you've seen them go, you know what they can do, they're committed and whatever. I mean, if you hire somebody off the street, they might do a good interview, and a lot of times they work out great. And we do hire people we do hire outside people too. And, because we need, we don't know everything.
Right.
And so bringing somebody in, but some of these jobs like the category manager, there's nobody really, there really aren't any of those jobs around.
Yeah, some like specific prerequisites going into the job there.
Right. There aren't that many businesses that are ordering, on the scale that we are. I can think of locally, and for retail because, one thing is, and it's not the job that's open, but we have a great clothing category manager, but he's thinking right now, he's thinking what to sell for winter next year.
Oh, planning that far ahead of time, making sure to be super prepared, like you said, because who knows what you could face a year ahead of time, like we're just mentioning here.
Well, the companies like Carhartt, they want the order now before you have a chance to sell this year. So how he does his forecasting, it's beyond me.
It's like it's like having a farmer's almanac, but for business.
Yeah, and there's no way to know, and you don't know how you're, like if you have a real hard winter, you're going to come out clean. And if you have a real light winter, you're not gonna, you're gonna have some carryover product, and how he figures that out, and there's always stuff you can do in the interim and try to adjust. But yeah, it's challenging. It's like but it's a real.
I can only imagine the amount of just magic forecasting formulas that are going through their head, where they're like, all right, this year's August and September did X, Y, and Z, so that means next year's February, March, April, we got to factor in A, B, C of this, and there you go.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're planning that far ahead, you can't do that and go off of. So
yeah, so many
working, and how do you know? Like you got a new color. Well, is that going to sell or not? I mean, I have no idea.
Yeah.
And he's usually right on. So I mean, you have some clearance stuff, but
so many things to factor in. Now I'm kind of curious on some fun events you've had going on at Home Economy lately. There's a big thing going on in Minot called Hostfest.
Hostfest, yeah, it's the biggest Scandinavian event in the country. The people in Minot started that and built it up into a really good thing. And they've had some big time people out there, and they had some real good entertainment there too. But we've been doing a booth out there for quite a while. It's been on hiatus for like 2-3 years because of the plague, but
now it was back for the first time in a few years.
Yep, and but I think we do something really cool, and we actually have hands-on lefse making stuff on there. So a person, our crew, it's like part of my family and stuff, and our interim marketing director, my daughter and stuff. So, but they have the balls of dough prepared because you have to do that the night before. But aside from that, somebody comes in, they roll out the lefse, get it all, and they got a chance, and then they can put it on the griddle, cook it, and then eat it.
Actual homemade lefse pretty much right in front of you.
Yeah, well, you're doing it yourself, and for our purposes, it's like, hey, the Norwegian tradition, I mean, mostly is carried on through the food, and so that's something somebody can kind of see, hey, this is, something I think I'd like to do. And so there's a purpose there, but...
find all the tools to pick up to learn to make lefse.
Yeah, but we had, we'd get a ton of people bring their kids by, and they'd get a chance to do it and everything like that, so...
And that's awesome. Lefse is, I know it's for my family, a big tradition at the holiday dinners and stuff like that. Absolutely love lefse.
yeah, and it's really neat, and we thought it was a way to keep more people into it and give them more of an opportunity to do it. And even some of these kids, maybe 10 years from now, they're like, well, I did it once. I mean, I can do it again. And if you screw up, you got a hole in your lefse, well, you roll it up and nobody knows.
Oh yeah, exactly. Just tuck this in here and there, and you just put some extra butter and sugar on there, and
yeah. Oh, and I should mention on our YouTube channel, we have an excellent video on how to make lefse.
Oh gosh, so there you go.
Yeah, I mean it's like the best how-to video on YouTube.
Is it just that people can search on YouTube, Home of Economy lefse should take you right to it?
Yep, how to make lefse, and you'll see one. But our advertising agency, we spent a lot of money building this video, so it's a totally professional level thing.
Top-notch production.
Yeah, a lot of them are just people shooting it on a camera or whatever and kind of putting together. It sounds bad and everything, but
no, it sounded like it was a 4-day event, and that it went just super awesome for you guys out there in Minot.
Yeah, I think we had my understanding is we had the best booth again, and I really think unless somebody does something like we're doing, I mean, how could you top that?
Yeah. So that's very cool to hear that Hostfest was a big success. Hopefully back on a yearly basis again, here to come.
Yeah, I mean, they were down some in the number of vendors or whatever, but
I guess first year back.
Yeah, I don't think you can take too much from that. I mean, people got out of the habit, and doing the shows are expensive, and we sell some product there, but I mean, it's nowhere comes close to paying the expenses. But we're hoping in the long run, and people are coming in the store and whatnot out of it. So
yeah,
you'll never know.
Yeah, hopefully get bigger and better as it gets back to being a yearly tradition again.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I guess speaking of on the topic of food, I know one thing we were kind of mentioning here earlier was that it took over the snack bar in Hovakami. Black Widow Cafe has been going for you guys.
Yeah, they've been doing there. They've got they're a Mexican food specialist, but they've tried some other things like meatloaf and some of those things as lunch specials, and they do a good job there. And a lot of people really go there and try different things. They're always trying some different things, so you kind of got to, and some days they're catering or doing something else, so they're not in the store like you would expect, so that's disappointed some people, but when they're there, they do a real good job, so.
Yeah, I know I tried a burrito from them. They were vending at a vendor at the go-kart races last month. And
okay.
Yeah, and I had the burrito, and I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't think this is above and beyond your average, just vendor food anyways. Like, I mean, I'm always a fan of pretzels and hot dogs and all that fun stuff. But I'm like, oh, wow, burritos, tacos, like a full lineup here. It was a great deal. So kind of shift gears here to kind of talk about, I guess before we get into the sales and all that coming up, that we wanted to make sure to get in that Hovakami is going to be an election site this coming November 8th.
Yeah, we the county, I guess, they approached us in for the primary, and I just love being the destination for anything, and my theory is if it doesn't hurt us, it helps us. So, we have a lot of stuff. We let a lot of people use our parking lot and food trucks and whatnot. And we, you know, wouldn't say never, but we almost never charge for that because we figure if you're bringing people into our parking lot, you're helping us out. But anyway, so the election there, they had it in June, and they had far more people than when they had it at the school site, and it kind of makes sense because
Maybe more visible.
more visible. You know, we have retail parking, not like at the school zone where you got to fight to get parking and whatnot, and
Deal with a lot of residential traffic.
yeah, and I think, you know, and this is just my supposition, so don't. But perhaps the school security and the schools don't want to do it anymore and let strangers into the place and whatever. And we love having people walk through. So,
All right, yeah, just bring on more people. Just while we're here, check out
Yeah.
Home of Economy.
so that was a fun day having all the people, and just like it was like the old crazy days or something, you know, when you just packed the store. So, and being the fall election, November election, we're expecting more. So we're going to have to clean out some more space for it and just move the grills out of there or whatever and make it real convenient for the customers. And, you know, hopefully they shop around and, you know, check us out and whatnot. So
Yeah, I can only imagine being a bigger voting turnout, especially with more prestigious seats up for election this coming November 8th. So
it's always, I mean, the off year, I mean, the presidential election always brings in the most, I think.
right.
But I mean, aside from that, it's a pretty well contested election. A lot of people are feeling strongly both ways, and
Yeah. So yeah, that's coming up on November 8th. Now, I'm kind of curious about some sales you got going on currently right now. I know it's kind of one of the promotions is the Gear Up for Cold going on right now, and I think we got a flyer for that, right?
which one is that?
I got on here. It's the oil flyer ending November 11th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have flyers that we do just out in the western part of North Dakota, and we have a lot of stuff that's, you know, more on the industrial side, and also some some stuff that's really more tailored to the oil guys. But you can see that on our website, and you can look at those ads. I don't have a copy with me.
Oh, okay,
but
gotcha.
yep, I have the general ones that we do in all stores, but yeah, those oil flyers, because it's such a different market out. You know, we have stores in Williston and Watford, which are two of the hubs for the oil industry, and then Minot has some carryover there too. So
Oh, yeah, I guess because it's all the workers are so spread out in the whole western part of the state there.
yeah, and you know, a lot of places are still. Minot's a big city in that, you know, with the airport and everything there. So
I see just a couple bullet points from some of the sales going on with that is you got $6 off roof heating cables, 50 cents off Frostex heating cables, $5 off mouse poison after mail-in rebate, all kinds of deals.
yeah, that mouse stuff gets really big this time of year because obviously disgusting creatures.
Right. Yeah, I guess,
hate them.
I mean, unfortunately, yeah, that's what that stuff is there for. So
Yeah, you have to, you know, keep the stuff out of your equipment and all that stuff. So
now I see also we have a 83rd anniversary sale going on till October 19th.
yep, this is a in-store flyer. You can see it online too in our Facebook or our website. But we just basically, when the newspaper stopped having as many issues and whatever, we started advertising more inside and then do it electronically. So we have some of the best items here, and you know, things that you need to have. You know, the chainsaws are big. We have the leaf blower because people use that for the light snow. I mean,
Oh yeah,
doesn't work all year, but it's good for cleaning off your car and whatever. And of course, cleaning off the leaves, that's that too. And we got a few hunting items and whatnot. So
yeah, it's always great to see people using leaf blowers for just unintended, I guess, by their original design side uses.
yeah. Well, I like
Get a little creative.
I like to use mine to, you know, when you're done mowing, and to clean all the junk off the mower so it's clean for the next time. You know, so if it's handy, I'll do it so I can, or you know, if you have to work on something, clean it off first. So
Yeah, or I know a lot of people talking to people that work in the cinema world that like to use it for a nice do-it-yourself level of like special effects.
oh yeah,
Yeah, just kind of like create. We need some wind, bust out the leaf blowers.
yeah.
Right?
So we were shooting one ad. It was for steel, and we wanted to have some snow moving around in the snow. We had snow on around, but the sun had been out and got crusty and wouldn't blow. So, and we shot it out at my place out in the country, or I just have a house out in the country, and so we're like going to my closet, getting all the potato flakes
Oh, right.
and blowing those around to
Oh,
simulate
nice.
snow or whatever. So,
Have a nice little cinematic flair to it.
yep. So that's one of the things you got to do to cleaned up my closet. I had these empty boxes. I don't know, or half empty boxes. I don't know how long been around how long.
Now I see that 83rd anniversary sale is going on to October 19th, and
Yep.
all kinds of goodies there. $25 off men's logo hoodies, 15% off deer minerals and attractant.
Yep.
Yeah, $5 off 200 count rags in a box, Scott rags. So yeah, all kinds of deals going on for about another weekish or so there.
Yep.
And obviously we got couple other promotions and sales coming up. Why don't you tell us about all the Spooktacular sale?
Yeah, well, this is another in-store, mostly, ad, but we have that's coming out the 20th and through the 9th, and we pick some of the stuff that's kind of top sellers, give people a deal on it. The one thing is, the air yacht jackets and whatever. I mean, they were kind of always known as jeans, but they're really making a big play in the outerwear now, and it does really, really, really well. So it's
Doing a lot of
$20.
expanding on that end.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That line is just
Yeah.
come out of nowhere, and it's just one of our top lines there.
You can't go wrong with 20% off that for the next couple weeks here.
$20 off.
Oh, whoops. Okay, whoops. I misread it there.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I see. Other parts of the Spooktacular sale there. I see $5 off electrics,
Extension cords.
extension cords there, and more mouse poison on sale. The Symmetrics there.
It's you want to hit it hard during the season because you don't sell it.
Absolutely, and then also promotions going on with Allen rifles, shotgun, and handgun cases there too. So
Yeah.
all kinds of that's October 20th through November 9th. I love this the way it's titled there, Spooktacular sale. This is personally my favorite time of the year. The Spooktacular, Halloween, spooky, fall, autumny season. I mean, besides being just gorgeous outside, I'm a fan of spooky movies and just taking in that whole part of it, and of course trick or treating, everything. A lot of great stuff going on. It sounds like just that Home Economy is totally embracing it too with a great sale.
Yep, we try to do that. So, and the other thing is we always have, and I mentioned that we're oversupplied right now. So there's going to be clearance stuff going on that maybe is not being advertised, but if you come in the store and walk around, you'll see it. It'll be marked, and we try to do signage. I mean, one thing is we have these fire pits, which you really didn't sell for whatever reason, but they're almost half off, I think they're half off or more than they were originally. So it'd be a great gift for Christmas and whatnot. I mean, they're real nice.
Yeah, I just had a bonfire with the family a couple of days ago. There just one that I think it was this last Wednesday or Tuesday, where it was like when it got into the 70s that day. I'm like thinking we got one last good night for a bonfire for the season.
Yeah, I got one. I got my fire pits full of wood, but I haven't done it yet or burned it yet. So it's been busy. So
it's always can't go wrong with having a fire pit in your backyard.
Yep. But if you got somebody, for example, you got somebody, goes to the lake or whatever, goes camping and has a permanent campsite, great gift idea. So, come in, purchase it now and get one out of the way, and great value on it. So
yeah, stock up ahead of time, or like I said, as a nice surprise Christmas gift or birthday gift.
Yep,
absolutely. And now I know you're showing me before the show here. This is going to be coming out in the mail here shortly, but you got the final. I'll put on for the camera here the proof for your winter catalog.
Yeah, that piece is at the printer. So as soon as it gets done, we're going to be mailing that out to most of the households in North Dakota and then in like eastern or western Minnesota. So in our trade area, so we send out well over 100,000 copies. That send it directly to the homes, and just because of the change and there's not that many newspaper subscribers anymore. So we're trying direct mail. We're doing these big catalogs. The prices in it are good through Christmas, and it's great piece. And we cover all the departments. And you have the snow blowers in there. You have, less of making gear. You have tools. We're huge in the DeWalt and Milwaukee tools, and
I'm just doing a quick flip through it now here. I see you got your wet vacs. I see pet food also,
Yep.
antifreeze and coolant there. All kinds of good gift ideas too.
Yeah, yeah, it's really a good piece, and it's something we only started doing. Was it last year? Just after the.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
after everything going on and all that.
and just having a glossy catalog, so
I think
we've really come a long ways with it.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. It's a 48-page catalog, and I think that's just like a nice, good supplementary throwback too. Because I remember just kind of growing up, getting like all the circulars in the mail of all the various
Yeah.
sales catalogs too. This is like a nice way of bringing that back.
Yeah.
And I mean, besides, like you said, it's gonna be being mailed out. People can be able, you'll have extra copies on hand in the store, right?
Yeah, and not everything is on the internet. I mean, I received a toy catalog from Amazon of all people in the last couple weeks.
Oh wow!
Just to push that. So they're doing that too, even though they're known as a online retailer only. They're still having to resort to some of that stuff where, we've got our online presence. It's not real strong. I mean, people don't think of us that way yet, so we're still building the site, but.
Online component to home economy still going on there, and
Yep, and we're working at it every day, so trying to make it better. And we don't have all our products on there,
and with any website too. I mean, sure, online shopping's nice and all that, but it could be just. It's so easy for computers to get bogged down with ads and so many windows opens. And when you have that nice physical reminder, you have that nice little catalog on the coffee stand or kitchen table and all that. And like, I have a couple minutes. Let's flip through it, get some ideas.
Yeah, it's kind of nice little break, and then so many people are just doing all that stuff on their phone, which is you can't really browse on that. I mean,
yeah, it's people get used to their routines for email and whatnot, and I'm all about. I think this is awesome having the catalog back. Just perfect time too for the winter season. So I see there's one more special in-store sale going on right now for you guys.
Yep.
For the 25% off Winchester 22 long rifle shells ending October 21st.
Yep. And, ammunition is something that was really a problem in the last 3 years. Mm-hmm. And the ammo companies really come a long ways and straightening out their production and all that. So we're really well supplied and everything. I mean, not so well in the shot shells, but we're in real good shape for deer hunting season, and just the plinking stuff. We have some good sales or good pricing on just 9mm. The jacketed products, so that that you're mostly going to use going out there in the out in the farm and go shooting or whatever. So we're just having fun. So
I know John, who's usually in. He's all about the deer hunting, and I forgot to look up when the season kicks off so soon. I know it's coming up soon, or has it already started? Or
it's usually around
this time, right?
Well, it's usually in November.
November.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is and like you said, that with a nice in-store sale like that, that's a great time to stock up, get ready for it.
Yeah, and to you're bound to have another ammunition shortage, so you should always stay a little bit ahead of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Depending on what you're able to do. But, I kind of hate to see the guys that are, it was a previous, ammunition event. And, a guy I knew used to work at the store, and he was kind of bummed out because he couldn't buy ammunition for deer hunting. So I'm like, well, maybe you should have kept the box extra from last year or so.
Absolutely. It's always good to keep a little extra on hand, in the just in case scenarios.
Yep.
So before we wrap up today, was there anything we missed that you'd like to go over? Any other upcoming promotions, sales, or other happenings going on at Home Economy?
No, right now we'd like to be doing some more events. Well, we do have the Traeger Turkey Days that are coming up here previous to in November, early November, and we try to have some kind of promotion and get people thinking about buying a Traeger for maybe a new one, maybe first timer to buy it and use it for cooking for the holidays.
Oh,
and that's a big part of our cooking the turkey on the Traeger and smoking it. That's a big part of what we're doing now at home, my personal life. And my daughter, the first time I ever brined and then spatchcocked, which is cutting the turkey open and laying it flat first time I ever did that. And then the next, that was Thanksgiving. Christmas week, my daughter asked for it again. So,
Oh, wow. It was a
yeah.
big hit, trying grilling a turkey.
Yeah, and doing it that way. First time I'd done it, so I was like, wow, usually you don't get that kind of feedback,
Wow.
Kids are.
I know with my dad growing up, he would grill in the winter a lot, and that was always a fun thing to do. I love some reason, you wouldn't think to do it off the top of your head, just like, oh, grill in the winter, but it's something special about it. And grilling a turkey, how about that?
Yeah, and it really makes a great meal. It's a big deal, and you're helping your wife's not having to do it all or whatever, so you kind of got your own mark on it. But if you haven't tried that brining and spatchcocking a turkey, it comes out great. I mean the texture and everything, just I don't know really what it is. I mean, I'm sure the brining and it keeps the moisture in the meat is a big part of it, but I can't say enough about the process. So, and it's still pretty easy.
Nice. I'm going to have to recommend that to my family to look into for this upcoming Thanksgiving. And then when's Turkey Day going on again?
We haven't nailed all that down because it's mostly going to be in-house or whatever.
Right.
And so it'll be earlier in November because we want to give people a chance to buy it for Thanksgiving and be thinking on that. So
awesome. Well, Wade Pearson, thank you so much for coming in the studio today to tell us all about getting ready for fall and winter at Home of Economy. What's the best way for everyone to reach out to contact you or anyone over at Home of Economy?
One of the best things to do is just kind of keep track of everything is our Facebook pages. And we have one for each of our stores, but then we have one overall. Then we have one for the Amish Gallery, which is our furniture operation. And but that's kind of the best. We do have our website, homeeconomy.com, and you can get on the shopping site there, which, we're still that's still a work in progress. I mean, it's such a huge job to do it.
And then you mentioned too, you got that YouTube channel going on where everyone. I'm going to have to look at that Lefse video.
Yeah, it's really good, and it kind of makes you want to get into it yourself. So
very cool. So with that is a wrap to your Home of Economy podcast. Many thanks to Wade Pearson for joining us today, and many thanks to producer Paul. We'll be back in about a month or so for the next Home of Economy podcast. Until then, we wish you all a tremendous day, and goodbye for now.